Здравствуйте, здравствуйте, с вами Детектив Бракуда и диско Elysium. А еще здесь уже человек под ником Лерат. Здравствуй. Здравствуйте, это у вас коп сбросился до заводских настроек? Да-да-да. Да, а какая версия у него? А вы пробовали выключить и снова включить? Да, насчет настроечек. Ну-ка. Серьезно. Понятно, не работает это больше. Окей. А вот и мы, да. Кстати, вот каждый раз, когда вам предлагают наркотики, делайте вот так вот. Вот. Вроде бы все включилось, подгрузилось. Кроме интеграции с твичом. Нет, серьезно, какого фига? И помощь не надо. Я и так нормально. Что ж. Посмотрю, что нужно сделать. Найти орудие убийства, смоить с себя запах смерти. Отправить тело жертвы на экспертизу. Но ведь еще рано. Найти перчатки. Просить девочку. О! Открыть дверь. Кстати, тоже неплохо. Уже хиты стрелка. А, это мы слушали, да, кстати. И можно об этом спросить. Удивительный, прекрасный, обаятельный, очень умный, находчивый и всенепременнейший прекрасный человек под ником Альф. Привет! Добрейшего вечера, сам обожаю детективе со всей Твича, даже несмотря на отвалившуюся интеграцию. Спасибо. Спасибо. Да, Лерат. Да, вот так вот. Так смотрится гораздо солиднее, да? Ух ты, реплика уезжает. Прикольно. Товарищ Тит. Тит это как синица или как грудь? Так. Да, ты знаешь, что я нашел человека, который видел повешение?
You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
Никто из местных не стал бы тебе о таком рассказывать. Ну правильно, он и не местный.
That's just abductee status. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already roll on the others, and is in witness protection.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised.
Surprise!
This goes without saying, but nonetheless, don't give out his name.
Ну, естественно, да, это логично. Ид правители Рима в конце хоть пирожками накормят.
Yeah, right. Like we wouldn't know if an MI plant was in our town. Nice try, right?
MI is short for Moral Intern. Moral Intern is short for Moralist International. The coalition that runs.
Да, моралистический интернационал это сокращенно от. Да. И этот клубок был бы слишком большим.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. The last copper. What wacky claims did he make?
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Да-да-да, особенно тут.
Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
They're avoiding having to answer this question.
We were drinking, weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk as fuck.
Да, я бухал. Чё такого?
Right, I'm convinced, Glenn. Nothing off here. Just a regular hanging.
Сарказм от Кима. Мой любимый.
Bullseye. Glenn looks around uncomfortably. The lieutenant hit a nerve.
Those flaccid MI cocks with their culture language. Everything's a surreal play or sublime whatever. Doesn't mean anything.
Whatever.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Shanky, it's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know shit.
I know you are lying, Shanky.
Да, у меня записано в блокнотике.
You didn't break this wagon fort, but you did manage to rattle the people inside a bit.
Это как... Была какая-то байка, что, мол, там дети в школе не слушались, и там практикант взял наобум, сказал, типа, ну ладно, ладно, посмотрим, типа, вести ты себя хорошо не будешь, хорошо, я ставлю крестик напротив твоего имени. И просто больше ничего не объяснял. И все таки крестик, там еще чего-то там. Другой, типа, ну и что, ставьте в крестик. Хорошо, тогда я обведу его по кружочку. Не, пожалуйста, не обводите. Что-то такое было.
Boss, I think he's trying to save me and Theo.
Евген. Да, его зовут Евген.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Some witness. I put.
You don't have to go to school for shit. I never went to school, and I'm doing great.
Да, я вижу.
You're doing a hell of a job, man. Hell of a job.
А теперь поцелуйтесь.
So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
Да, это все защитная реакция.
And that fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
Fucking fuckity fucker. And what did she say then? That it's fine. People are supposed.
Sounds like he wanted it to change her mind about the hanged man. This is definitely personal.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny. No good goddamn psych.
Seems like they wanted to give Claudia a second chance to play along. She still didn't.
Не получилось.
Oh, fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking.
Мне понравилось, как перевели. Ладушки, ладушки. А еще пипушки, воробушки, да-да-да. Это тоже хорошая поговорка.
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
Okie dokie. This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
Так.
asked for your opinion. Not a bedtime story. Tell it to your grandma.
But she didn't. She knows she can't lie to us, unlike you.
Oh no. He's definitely compromised too. It's his hubris. Sadly, not much to do.
Fantastic. So now, you remember how to do.
Yeah, guys! We should get a party going tonight!
Тусич.
Why?
Maybe not then.
Да, я человек, собственно, это вот хочу ходить по коридорам, а хочу не хожу, да.
Success. They admitted to unlawful collaboration to derail the investigation.
Nah. I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head. Yeah. You're right about that. She takes way too many drugs.
А это плохо, понятненько.
Well, it's as they say. You can't do anything with an underdose.
Yeah. Underdose isn't an actual word.
Да ладно, есть такое слово недодозировка. Если есть слово недопереспать, то и это есть, или недоперепить.
Yeah. But I mean, she has an actual drug problem. I already told you. We fucking hanged it.
There's less gusto in his voice now.
Come on, Titus. The stakes are too high here. There will be blood on the streets. The tribunal,
Где мой чай?
remember?
А где мой
I know
попкорн?
you're tired. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you. Next time you see her, tell her. Titus said,
Fuck on!
that lion.
Yeah.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can.
What is this quiet funeral shit?
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
A bullet, you say? That's mighty curious.
Да, это, кстати, увидел, как пиво растекается по полу. Тут мысль такая. Слежи. Ну глотни, ну сиропни. Ну подумаешь, ну чуть-чуть растеклось. Давай быстрее, пока микробы не напали.
Indeed. Mighty. How did it get there?
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads.
Блин, где это было насчет этих пуль? Типа, как пуля? А, это было в Better Call Saul, точно. А как же пуля? Тут же след от пули. Да блин, это же Нью-Мексико. Тут если где-то стоит бутылка, в нее в конце концов попадет пуля. Тут все, блин, стреляют.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of
Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes.
Да, было бы драматично взять и показать эту пулю. Да.
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Да, в пакетике. Мгм.
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid.
around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
All the goofing around is to avoid lying. They're only pretending to enjoy this.
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot.
No, he meant before he was hanged.
Before? After? During?
Never been worried.
It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there somewhere.
Так, время сохранится. Потому что там всего лишь 70%. А про какую Монику не говорят?
It's you again. What is it?
Не снова, опять. Давай.
Clausia is
Ну,
playing
естественно,
them like a
естественно.
fiddle. Tell them how bad they got played, and they'll tell you the truth. There are many ways to go about it. All of them really good.
Заманипулировал. Да. Выше 97 не бывает. Да? 100% их нет? Я помню, что было у меня 97%, и помню, что облажался.
It's you again. What is it?
Всегда можно провалить. Прям девиз моей жизни.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter. Just remember, it's about more than Clausia. It's about these men and Martinez.
Huh?
He'll get it. Go on.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because
Просто потому что это достаточно.
Yeah, we liked it.
It wasn't for your fucking entertainment, Dennis.
they kill you because they think it's funny.
За что нужно отдельно бить, ибо по-хорошему все, что выше 75-80, должно быть авточек. Ну нет, не должно. Это же 80, а не 100.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
He's onto you. He knows... Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore Theo.
Так, смотрим на Кима, чтобы сделать вот так вот.
The lieutenant has put down... What? What does that... Go for it. The lieutenant has his eyes set.
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Shut up, Angus!
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt.
The room falls quiet.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler?
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell
И
Evelyn.
для этого я заканчивал юридически.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
Такая, fuck this shit, I'm out.
What just happened between these two? You're in. He's all yours. Questions.
Да, зачем тогда это все?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own. Yeah, she wouldn't. They're powerful, connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she...
That's all he knows. That's...
And why would you help someone like that?
Why would I?
Хороший вопрос,
I
Ким.
guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing. Not yet. Just some ideas. I'm thinking some...
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Clausia.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing.
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his. Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage.
He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away and became
Вот так бы
himself
сразу.
again.
In a manner of speaking, we had help from another girl. It was her idea to hang him. Fella, you think too much. He's off all right.
A little too far there.
That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway. We're Hardy Boys. That's it. Nope. You're not getting to her.
The lieutenant gives a smile. Only you can see. He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover...
Another nod.
'Cause the girls asked us to.
Girls plural.
But did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea.
He doesn't think she did.
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look. I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Блин, хорошее описание, да. Сцена с политиком и мертвой проституткой. Только наоборот.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the...
He means they'd been fucking.
Tibbs patched the window. And the court... Nah. He's my buddy.
Не.
Right now, he's grateful he hasn't gotten his brother into this mess.
Me too. You do that. Hey, she... Clausia came to...
Still, after all this headache,
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place...
We'll take that into account.
Ну, прям милота. Точно, у нас же еще есть ключик. У нас еще есть дофига всего. У нас есть возможность попросить борщ. Класс.
you see, it could be connected to the key fits the dim dust. Rises.
Yeah.
No.
Что там у нас? Нелюбимый
All these
пинбол.
mesmerizing machines. Just feels like it might jump back to life any moment.
Some kind of inane pinball theme.
Diora was one of the 3 crown cities of the DeLorean era. On the Mawindi, he saw the lieutenant grimaces looking at the machines.
Да, Ким, кажется, ты не любишь пинбол.
No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on.
He doesn't.
You can't fire.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now.
Так, что тут? Ким Кицураги, что?
Kim, Pinball, Kitsuragi.
Что?
Exactly. That's what he's known as. His reputation precedes him.
Что сейчас произошло? Ким, пинбол, Кицураги, что?
So now he remembers.
Чё?
Fine, I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka the Kimball. You remembered. Congratulations.
What? Что?
Wonderful. He only remembers hearing about the pinball policeman.
Офигеть.
No human being should. It is a game that requires no skill and a childlike affinity to flashing lights. It is lame.
Да, тогда почему?
I am not called Pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago, before I became a homicide detective. And
Opa.
fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you're a juvie cop.
Офигеть. Банда пинбольщиков? Офигеть.
It was not okay. I needed to become a pinball champion. I trained for 9 months. The job was successful and I was moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide.
Офигеть.
End of story.
15 лет работал с малолетними преступниками и внедрялся в пинбольную команду. Тренировался 9 месяцев.
That time is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing pinball.
So that's why he doesn't want to talk to Kuno. Trauma and stressor disorder from being a juvie cop.
Вот почему ты не хотел говорить с Куно. Он уже знал, чем это все закончится.
It's best if you handle the juvenile delinquents.
Да. Не волнуйся, для меня ты лейтенант Кицураги.
Not only to you, I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi to everyone. Now we really need to continue.
Запасной ключ привязан к кусту за окном угловой комнаты. Офигеть. 5 монеток! Вот это да. Вот это класс.
This small elevator smells of new. The maintenance card under the control panel. There are large. A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a.
That it does. I say, let's brave it. At the end of the last century, look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking 3.
It appears his whole enthusiasm is sarcastic.
Да, взгляните, лифт сломается, травмы будут легкими. 3-4 месяца в больнице, не больше.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machines.
Очуметь. Пинбольщик Ким. Найс. Найс. Возьму на всякий случай. А вот и плащ-пинбольщик. Ну-ка. Да, мой любимый, который выглядит круче всех.
So this is where they brought 40. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the
Он
shelf.
еще и чемпионом по питангу окажется, я бы не удивился. Я тоже. И этим... Извините, и... чемпионом в этом... Как его? Чемпионом в караоке, вот.
At some point, 20 years ago, looks like it. I'm guessing Martin.
И одеваться как нормальный, это что такое?
Before it became
A creak.
downstairs in the hall, next to the main door.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice maker said.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls.
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager, he does not appear to be the kind of man who likes
Stupid superstition. But it's not a ghost story. It's a
Да, прийти сказать этому.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of.
jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, 3 weeks maximum from the dust coverage.
This is so good it makes him forget the whole Kimball.
It was a stereo investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation. It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. Shoe size is 41 to 42, maybe 43. It could be a large-footed woman or a small to average-footed man. This is, unfortunately, the worst.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could. No. These little
Everything around you is quiet. The prints.
Крошечное отверстие. Спальня.
This is the inside of the box.
Unless we veered off in...
Folded M dimension. A reference to the popular science fiction series, In System. Yes, it is quite likely that we will re-emerge on the M plane.
Вперед! И снова здрасте. На этот раз я к вам с ломом. И в более стильном пальто.
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired.
I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
I know. For what it's worth,
This is good. No, it's not good. Shush, I can't hear what she's saying.
Why did you waste our time?
because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me.
Is she implying the Hardy Boys are the law?
Закон — это мы.
I know that. But the people around here, you're right. You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon. The Pearl, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Oranje, the old world.
Оранье.
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts. I have people after me. And they have friends in the moral intern. Some are moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will.
Блин, тогда странно, что его воскресный друг не видел.
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning,
Say my name.
and well, then I'm fucked. For nothing.
Here we go. For once, you see, actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
We were there. Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth...
Her chest rises and falls with each word.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
You were right. He did enjoy the moment of his death.
Да, не буду об этом упоминать.
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one.
Представляю,
It
как
never
она
came.
перепугалась.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Oh. So am I.
What time was this?
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of...
No. Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people.
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further. Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and...
Ruby?
Да. Руби? А кто такая Руби? А что это за девочка и где она живет?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader?
The Hardy Boys. Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy?
Why not?
Does she also party with Ruby, however?
No.
Still, there is...
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To
Офигеть.
produce lividity, matching a hanging.
Каждый раз офигеваю.
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this? 20?
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood. Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. He carried him out. Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take the...
Interesting. Why did this Ruby? What are you doing? Coming up with a theory. She said Ruby knew something was wrong before she said anything. How come? It was loud downstairs. She couldn't have heard the shot.
Да, и вообще, я на тебя свечу фонариком, рассказываю уже все.
It is ominous. You already coming up with theories that put the blame on someone other than Clausia.
When he was shot? I may have.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the...
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
Они позаботились об этом.
You should have another look at that window after this. Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
What? Why would I put... He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never...
It could have been a desire. He was a serviceman. He must have had a gun like... Now, you guys suddenly have theories pouring out. When they're obviously just stabs in the dark.
Ага, есть вежливые люди, а есть заботливые, да. И они обо всем заботятся.
I did not kill him to defend myself from...
True, sire. 'Tis true.
No. I specifically asked him not to carry firearms when he was with me. I don't know. His friends have rifles. Like what?
Так. Да, чего такого сделать?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Rabbit.
What exactly did you...
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. With a bigger company. The kind you really...
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Lewes County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lewis Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
Блин, как люди на такое соглашаются?
But she really destroyed them.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Lou Scott and their friends in the MI.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airbird, and the popular Papalolo line of...
Yeah. Papa fucking Lolo wants to kill me. It is. Many people lost their job. A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
А то, что я сделал с их бухгалтерией... Не знаю, форматнула, поставила пароль. Переустановила пакет программ Office. Они такие, а что, где что делается? Где эта кнопка?
That can wait. Look into her eyes.
One of them killed themselves because of me.
Совершила диверсию, поставила зума на все кампы. И веселую ферму.
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it? There you have it. The way of the warrior. That's the first thing that went through my head. I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me, so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia.
We can't go after loose cap.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant, because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moved.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you.
At
I hope
maximum
with all my heart
velocity.
it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task
Velocity was
complete.
sick.
It could not have been a lie. That is impossible. Oh God, that was a lie too. Who made the call then? She did, of course.
Так, кто же звонит?
Don't
Кто же
be
звонит?
paranoid, man. It's unbecoming of a police officer. And it makes you sweat.
Логично.
She nods, silently. He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and No, that won't be necessary. Just this guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up, forcefully, if you want to continue pushing her.
Это Легин. Погодите. Дарна. Автосохранение. Спасибо. Так, направляю еще раз свой фонарик на нее.
Officer.
Да
it's a
проснись
fine
же,
day for
драма.
question-
Who? What? Dear Lord, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's
You
not
are
the most
lying
fair
to
and
me,
just
Лиза.
at all.
Или как там было?
She's smoke and mirrors. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her
Да, может она и не
immediately.
женщина.
Take it easy. Don't overcompensate. Yes. Start at the top. See?
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like...
That is the emergencies desk. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk.
Ну,
I
логично,
don't
кстати.
believe it.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night.
It checks out.
But I know the time of the call too.
You sense a little hesitation. Welcome to the wake-up club, brother.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name.
Okay. Okay, it's not. You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it. I am. They can never take my sash and my...
Yes, they can, for lying.
No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Clausia Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smith.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up
She fears an arrest right here and now. This is
west of the boardwalk. In the reeds. It's useless.
the lieutenant makes a note of
Ух
it.
ты.
You're welcome to it.
Пойдем искать
It's in the
буи.
reeds. Катарзина Алазия.
Катажина Аласи. Или Класси.
It's a Grad name, Jimsk or Yugo-Grad in origin, not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music infused.
My parents were Zhimsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranje. Alasia is my father's name. I haven't said it aloud in such a long time.
She's filling dead air. Can't stand. She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
Так.
But I haven't done anything. And
Failure to aid a police. She purposefully misrepresents. Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in. The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
please no. I think I know who did it. I know who shot Lely. You know it was in me. Why would I do it? I have no motive.
She's silent for a second, as if looking in, gearing up for this betrayal.
Ruby.
Так.
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs.
Ага.
She's been pretty frank about what she wants. Sex. And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't.
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she's...
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her
Да,
when I told
ой,
her I'm
как удобно.
fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
И это все тоже вранье. Silence. I kill you.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed.
Yes, but what was their relationship outside this unequal power dynamic?
We spent a lot of time together, listening to the radio and such. She had great milieus, and she was good company.
What was that question about? She's feeding her friend to the wolves. It also has startlingly little to do with arresting her.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she...
This is a familiar theory. You had it too. Yet again, you're coming up with this. The worst thing is, it may be true.
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
Ну что я могу на это все сказать? Та-та-да-та. Та-та-да-да-та. Та-та-да-та.
Some of that
Ну, вы
fear
поняли.
is still with her. What are you talking about? She's afraid.
You've been through there, right? I saw you come out. It leads downstairs. She could have come to the roof through that, then made the shot right here.
Interesting theory. Did she...
Yes, of course. She...
Okay, and arrest the liar now. Don't arrest her.
Немедля.
Push her a bit more, but then let her Stop letting her distract you.
Still? After all this, but I don't deserve to be sent to the moral intern.
She's gearing up for a last stand. This is it.
You have those station calls, right? Where I have to show up at the station or I'll become a fugitive. I know you can do that. Just let me come in on my own.
You do have the form.
That's it. I'm calling it. Kim is beyond compromised. Definitely, sire.
Everything could change. This city.
There is desperation there, in that silence. A cornered animal looking for...
Maybe Ravishol could be free. I could be tried in a free Ravishol. An independent state that...
I find that hard to believe, miss.
Только через мой труп.
The world can change.
Her political overture has succeeded. This was her last card. There is nothing more she can say.
I don't know. To spend my days with...
She looks at you and... Wait. If you shut up. He's making a decision, and it's his to make.
Так, что я делала? Я ее, по-моему, в первый раз не арестовывала, а в другой раз арестовывала. По-моему, так. Что же сделать? Что же сделать? Лерат, что ты с ней делал? А где вариант заставить убирать мой номер? Она такая, ну нафиг, давайте лучше в тюрьму. И то, и это. Ладно, по-моему, повестку я не выписывала. Во.
I won't.
This may have been a great... Maybe. Maybe not.
I promise I will be right here all the time, nights too. I'll help you any way I can in this investigation.
She slowly... You are. This is not the end of this.
Так, а где это сказали неправду?
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. She
Так, ладно,
slowly...
Тут еще лежали эти цветочки, которые я не успела забрать. Так, и нужно посмотреть в окошко. Ду-ду-ду. Ду-ду-ду. Да-да-да-да. Да-да.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it.
92%? Надо сохраниться. Я же знаю свою удачу.
This window is pristine on the inside. Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed. Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain. From the roof outside, location A prime, the glass fractures around the bullet hole, shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back. The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Блин, вот так вот смотришь, думаешь, так, да как отсюда можно было попасть? Сюда. Без снайперки. Ну, либо я совсем не шарю в расстояниях.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. There could have been. Then the rain, 72%, with an antique weapon that fires military-grade ammunition. A Belma-grave rifle. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium. A well-lit aquarium. The victim, Point X, would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition none that you've found thus far. But that's a 28%, yes. In this... According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations. Start B prime for Boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the Islet Detective. They may be 700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. 1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions. 1 kilometer away, an unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere, on an islet in the Bay of Martinez, perhaps. The shot would have been a small miracle. 5% likelihood.
From where, precisely? I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? Okay, well, it would be the diligent thing to do.
Что ж, пора. В путь дорогу. Дорогу дальнюю, дальнюю. Идем. Блин, офигеть. Я думал, игра меня уже ничем не может удивить. О! Офигеть. Так, с этими разговаривать бесполезно.
Can I help you?
Нет, спасибо. Да, вот как вот этот пинбол поиграть? Ладно. Надо пойти на тот берег. Пора бы уже. А еще буквально на минутку отойду. Не переключайтесь. А вот и я. А вот и игра. А вот и Ким. А вот и Ревашоль. Ой, я уже забыла, что там. О, у меня очко навыков. Класс. Способы косвенного налогообложения. Выглядит как-то не очень. Генератор даты рождения. Блин, не могу вспомнить, что это значит. Точнее, что она дает. Я определенно брала эту мысль в свой шкафчик. Je me veux. Je me peux. Je me peux. А, фиг с ним, пусть будет je me peux. Нормально. Каждый раз вместо скелета я вижу какого-то этого лицехвата. О, проклятый. Извините. Да, найти буи. Гард, что ты думаешь по этому поводу?
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those. What wall? I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting...
The color has drained from his face.
Absolutely not.
Well, he's definitely...
Sir, he was only asking a question. It's his job
Спасибо,
and
Ким.
mine.
Yes, I absolutely will. Sorry, it's been a bit of a day. And now a hole in the wall. Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment? Oh, okay. Well, I did hear you make noise back there.
He's really holding him. It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know. Behind the door.
Так не спросите, что там? Спрошу. О, спасибо, что спросили.
Okay, what is back there?
И что там? Зияющей чернотой пасти конца времен. Звучит офигенно. Но я в этот раз очень скучный коп.
Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean. No, I was just...
He was wondering about something business-related, about how much money he could make of one.
No, but we could diversify the entertainment. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other...
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up. Sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be... He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
What? Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that
А,
whole
вот
thing.
и нет.
So he knows of the doomed commercial area. And...
Everyone knows of it. I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the Whirling. Does this look like part of a doomed for 14 years, man? That's how long
He's done a fine job too. Though he's spoken of the place dismissively before, the hostel is actually...
What about them? One is a basement dive frequented by chain-smoking communists. I can't tell you how sick I am of Kraz Mazov and Ignas Nielsen and all those old goats.
He's hesitating, not sure if he should share this information with you. Encourage.
The other is a kebab cart. It's very successful in its way.
Да так с
but
шаурмой это прикольно.
it's nothing like some real estate management company.
There is an acrimonious note. It's clear he's doing the real work around here.
Well, it sure as hell wasn't the...
It was you?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria manager. Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateniers. Hail, holy queen of the sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
О,
Good pick.
Yeah, it's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way.
ну а что,
Especially for this
нормальное
neighborhood.
заведение с мозаикой и стенами в стиле лофт.
Even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area. I don't place much stock in the curse and so on, but the label luck has got nothing to do with it.
Against the doom.
So if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment, can we... Why? No, fuck it. I don't want to know.
He really doesn't like it being classier.
Да, кстати, Лена хороший клиент.
Yeah, well, she's not a guest, is she?
What? Did someone mention my name?
We were just paying you a compliment. And finding out a degenerate from room 3 nicked the phone line. Everything is okay here.
Да, прихожу домой и выясняю, что это Гард это, выпнул классе.
Good thing that guest pays for her stuff on time. I'll forward her the bill and be done with it. Yes?
Пока что до свидания, да. Thank you. Все, валю нафиг. Пора на другой берег. Проверим, может, все-таки тут что-то еще. Эти перчатки-то там. Открыть дверь, точно. Пойдем. Нет, до женщины докапываться не буду. Не в этот раз.
Whoa. What have we here? A bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever...
Блин, я пропустил мысль. Ладно. Прощаю. Господи, зачем я это вспомнил? Так. У нас тут дверь.
This must be it. You knock silent.
I guess no one is in.
The leather upholstery. In fact, it's oddly silent in the... You try to be Finally, the sound of the key turning. Well, buddy, you opened it. Only curiosity could account for... There might be...
Да, там может быть информация, поэтому мы зайдем. Ура, магний! Реплика убежала. О, на зафет. Ура! Тайный мир тростей.
This is the flag of Revachol. This isn't just one sun. It's an optical. It is but one of the many strange optic atmospheric phenomena of this one. By old-fashioned, he means the flag doesn't seem to.
Вот именно, флагу все равно. О, рубашка на логику. Это хорошо. О, кружки, точно.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a little ring. Though the images betray a lack of interest in human beings, the owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities. This person, the lieutenant, picks up...
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Yes, your broken mug friend.
There's the missing tin soldier. And now they've drawn the ire.
An interesting little clue. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Who knows? I'm not expecting to...
You could ask Everard who this person...
А, что это за мысль была? Вернись. Кстати, может еще взять фонарик? Тут темновато. Не приставай к Киму. Еще раз на всякий случай. Это что вообще такое, кстати, над кроватью? Я не понял. Это либо музыкальный снаряд, либо спортивный. А тут живет человек, который играет на треугольнике в оркестре. Так. Тынь. Теперь можешь убрать. Взять пакетик, кстати. Тут есть еще бутылки? Мало ли, вдруг в тепличке там что-то. Мелочь! Вперед! Да, вопиющее нарушение строительных норм. Он прям идейный последователь Куна. Как сказал Илья, это спецтехусловия. Ах, да, точно. Что ж. Вперед! Монетки! Что у нас тут такое? Еще магний? Класс. Это надо взять. Ага. Вот почему с очками всегда что-то не то? Интеризолярная классическая рубашка. Углаженная рубашка безупречной чистоты. Такие носят серьезные люди в серьезных интеризолярных компаниях. Пока что не заляпана ни мочой, ни спермой. А пока что? Извините. Вот с очками почему-то у них обязательно какой-то штраф. А можно как-то без этого? Логика минус авторитет. Тут визуальность минус драма. Тут плюс эмпатия минус логика. Но я пока логику возьму. Мне кажется, она мне пригодится. Авторитет вроде у меня компенсируется там чем-то там. Чем-то там. Хотя можно взять рубашку с логикой и надеть. А, тогда будет меньше еще. Пофиг, короче. Жмыпа. Монетки! Полмонетки, точнее. Ну-ка, что там такое? Еще монетки. Класс. О, пластиковая тара. Класс. Живем. Припрятал под брезентом музыкальную коллекцию. Так. Кто бы мог подумать? Ну все. Держитесь, танцы в тряпье.
Rust peels off the bent iron post, yet someone used to live here.
In this yard?
He's assessing the situation.
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscur. For a
Bloc
black bloc.
obscur.
A part of the city left.
On aerial photos, block obscure.
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. Yes. And you picked it up.
It's not meant.
We should move.
Да, еще тут на побережье кое-что есть. Да? Что же это может быть? Душераздирающее зрелище.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water. Slowly, it must be cold and lonely down there. In the ice. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez?
It appears to be so. I agree.
You get a sudden sink. Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. So the motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. The logo is too deep in murky.
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred. Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Yes, yes. Crazy. Let's wait for the low tide.
Great idea. Then we can get a joyrider jacket. You feel a strange connection to this.
I don't know. An hour?
As you sit down in the old rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent.
Так прикольно сидят.
The hinges creak under your weight. Dangerously so.
Да ладно, не таким уж и толстые.
Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like this.
Yes, yes, it does.
Машина синяя. А у тебя есть любимая синяя вещь?
Let me think about it.
The tune on your lips forms a strain. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed.
30 minutes later.
Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
Так, самое время предложить хорошую тему для беседы. А что бы ты выбрал? Сесть в муравейник или встать в реку с пиявками? Чёртовы лихачи, ага. Стритрейсеры. Обкурятся там своей закисью азота и гоняют потом по крышам. Ездят по ночам, шумят тут по-всякому, им говорят не ездить, они ездят, им говорят не ездить, они ездят.
I believe it's following a pattern set millions of years ago by cosmic forces. But I suppose it could move quicker. Yeah.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
Да, как ты думаешь, я найду свой пистолет? О, на чью сторону ты бы стал, бастующих или транспортной компании?
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
Ну, а если бы
Your
заставили?
voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment.
Блин, Ким как
30 more
Швейцария.
minutes pass.
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Coupri, Model 40. It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people.
Там какой-то номер на боку.
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
41 номер, да.
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical.
Риторика, да, говорит. Он будто бы знает, что значит этот номер, но хочет, чтобы ты сказал это сам. В педагогических целях. А что это у нас тут написано?
Does he know something about that speed racer?
41 — это уровень в иерархии подпольных стритрейсеров. Или это Томми 41, утренний ведущий на 41 FM. Или на фабрике допустили ошибку, назвали эту машину Куприс 41. Пф, вот дураки. Или ненавижу играть в угадайку. Часть какая-то участок муниципальная. Черт, мигрень. Или о, no, no, God, please, no. No, 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 no. No. Опять же, была бы интеграция с Твичом. Не, ну в любом случае, если кому-то очень сильно нравится вариант, он может просто напечатать его номер. Например. Ну вот. Ну, мне нравятся все. Так, Малев голосует за уровень в иерархии подпольных стритрейсеров. Это хорошая догадка. Красиво.
But it could also be the number of a police precinct. Precinct 41. Your precinct.
Да, а еще это может быть номер полицейского участка. Вашего.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most
Да.
terrible feeling.
И внутри империя такая. Элементарно, Ватсон.
No, just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
No, no, God, please, no. Боже милосердный, моя машина, я утопила свою машину в море? Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Господи, извиняюсь. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Exclamation mark. Question mark, exclamation mark. Question mark, exclamation mark. Question mark, exclamation mark. Question mark. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation, 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 exclamation. Woo!
I'm afraid so. Yes. It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
Woo! Да, я могу ее починить. Вот интересно, как он обратно добирался, если машину здесь оставил. А вот это очень хороший вопрос, между прочим. Я за кем-то гнался?
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Как ее вытащить?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
Детектив. Никак. Никак не вытащить. Надо было все так хорошо.
You can still whistle. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn.
Ух, нифига себе. Кем нас подбадривает, что темнее всего перед рассветом. Вау.
I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be
Можно посмотреть, что там.
Yes. Let's go take a look.
Найдите нарушителя ПДД. Да, как в том меме. Of course I know him. It's me. Так, что там? Что там насчет подполья?
Maybe you should stop obsessing about your own and other people's sexuality. Feels like it's about time to do that. You thought about this for 8 hours. Not only should you stop,
Меня
you should
картинка
tell
немного смущает, а
Kim
так
you've
нормально.
stopped obsessing about other people's sexuality too. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Unless you already got him killed because you were obsessing about your sexuality. There's no way of telling from within your brain. But for your own sake,
Негодный детектив.
please say
Расследование,
you didn't.
главное выйти не на себя. Мы теперь не зацикливаемся. Ну окей. Ну окей. Почти додумали, je me peux. Oh no. Панч-клок payphone. Дело с детективами. Ух. Чёрт, каждый раз это потрясающе. А, монетки! Вполне возможно, что это мои монетки.
This is it. The scene of the party. The fire, not as such. Looks like they were here a while. Judge.
Looks like it. Hey, let's keep...
Somehow, it doesn't...
Да, кто-то тут тусил. Лёд по побережью трещит. Интересно, я могу утонуть? Было бы интересно. What? О, да. Мундир. Полицейская волна и визуальный анализ. Он нам пригодится. Канистрный я пока надену обратно плащик. Он как-то потеплее, по-моему. Так.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man.
LTN2EFR Дюбо.
At least something good came out of all this.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets, you see a photo, a name, a...
Harrier. That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Everard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
Что за именно такое
It's a wartime name. Revolutionary.
A name like armor.
А маечка в сеточку согревает сердце, да. Не, в этот раз я не буду Гарри Дюбо.
Why? It's a cool name. I like it.
He's not going to call you Harrier. The badge in your hands shines as you...
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
А, точно, да. Лейтенант W.
The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work.
Confusion of
I
the
am a
highest
lieutenant.
order.
The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're
Wow.
W. There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken. And sometimes they just prefer...
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
Я думал, мое звание алкаш.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary. Good. Décomptage is the
Décomptage.
hierarchical.
The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system.
The lowest rank is junior officer, usually
Каждый раз вместо Кёнигштайн
Then there are the
читаю
patrol
Кёнигсберг.
officers, then kings like satellite officers, and the additional...
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work.
Спасибо, Ким, я сейчас расплачусь.
It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
Не, серьезно, Ким — это напарник, которого мы нуждаемся, но которого мы не
He
заслуживаем.
trusts you, for now. Try not such a small yet...
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
The numbers are not there for good measure. They have an...
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been...
You're pretty sure you weren't doing well. A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter.
I
Ну,
remember
4
that
месяца.
time!
Опа.
The tie around your neck feels tight suddenly.
That was a good time! We had a good work-drink balance going! What happened, man? Pump it up!
Я стараюсь.
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41. Like mine says, it's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have...
It's no wonder you are like you are.
But then again, It's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiaeva.
Бердяева.
Roberts, Feuerbach, Dimitri. Suddenly, names from your
Feuerbach?
decolletage. Flat and you? Is it an honor to... The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching
Да, и
light.
самое главное,
The man
фотография.
keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is up, but the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge.
Гроза дверей, капитан Прайс.
Good choice. A newer photo would look 8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
О, да.
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression. Although it looks less grotesque on him, the badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light.
Офигеть. Ну-ка, ну-ка. Нам нужен бумбокс. О, написано, сколько она бутылок содержит. Класс, наконец-то.
The porter reel is just what you need. You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune, echoing, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on you. Within seconds you know, this is the one, the real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to that Clasia told you about. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Нет, не пойдет, я уже рыдаю, выгляжу глупым и
Crying is
старым.
good. It gives your performance. Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses.
Да, мы ее знаем, так что пофиг вообще.
The B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke. The lieutenant looks at...
Нет, мы обязательно споем. Не спеть нельзя. О, да. Класс. Идет Doom Spiral. Шикарно. Это у нас тут лодка. Недавно просмолили. Так, а я тут что-то пропустила. О! Это лодка, мне казалось, под которой можно ночевать. Та-да-да-да-дам, та-дам, та-дам, та-да-да-да-дам, та-дам, та-дам. Там поскрипывают открыточки. Галстук бабочка. Драма. Драма. Может, фонарик нужен. Ну-ка. Это поможет? О. Что это было?
It's only a red chair. Just a red chair in an empty shack. With what looked like it. Investigate the blood red chair. You're going to leave it alone.
Да, в смысле? Бабочка и красный стол посередине, мы должны это расследовать? Погодите, или это намек на какую-то отсылку? Ну ладно. Что у нас тут? Деревья мешают. Скамеечка для подождать.
The worn and beaten.
We can sit.
коротать время, пока лейтенанта не будет рядом. Так, а у меня в руках есть пакетик, да? Вдруг я пропустил какую-то бутылку. О, точно, штанцы. Опа! Быстрое перемещение. Это классно. Монетки. А, сейчас. Магний. Mushrooms. Это почти как магний. Так, секундочку, мне нужен пакет и лом. Потому что тут будут бутылки, да? Да.
You stop mid-step and put
That bottle, Bratan! Just look at that bottle!
in this drunk's hand on the pipe there, glowing.
Oh, I think this is about so much more!
У них как-то мало бутылок рядом. И вообще, я сначала подойду, ну, тем ребятам, которые повыше. А что это за бочечка?
You're not sure about the melody, but it might.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts. I still have a golden ear. Oh, welcome, police officer.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Trouble? Say the second thing, Bratan! Shows you got style!
Oh,
Я
of
расстрою
course.
галстук.
Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take the
That's you, all right. A black hound.
No, not you, Pastor. He was boarding. Needed some help opening the door. You got.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
You're not.
Maybe they are afraid because you're an ill omen. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park. Ah, look at me ramble on. Just us. This is pretty much a non-place.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. If you knew and then there's the drunks. Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Over there, you can find an old military hospital, and it's after the war. It was now the area is crisscrossed. The goodwill ran out. The staff here for you. No,
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
not much. Some things just don't fly.
So,
No, we've tried, but
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking.
well, there's that music, and now so.
Interesting. Perhaps the mysterious music is somehow connected to the cave.
Before you get to the church, I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. Of note, the old fish market up on the boardwalk. No one. That's now. What catch? What? You're one of. Used to be a supply, and now you know everything there is to know. Me? Now it's your turn, Mr. Quite a handle you got there.
She's got a couple of rents herself. On a chief and
Stay. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I won't charge you for it. take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM. No one is using it, and God knows it's not much anyway. You can stay there. Don't make
Не
an old
могу...
woman regret opening
Не
her
могу
house to
отказаться
the
от бесплатного
police.
дома.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning.
He's a little relieved you're no longer. Should he? This environment encourages.
Finally, you have those lamos of matinees off your back, bratan. This looks like
Братан.
a great place to bring chicks.
О, да, определенно.
Tremble. The time is now. Taola. Time for the show. For Taola.
Чего?
Ulogu Theodos. Xino Zausin. Ipoli Osithien. Echondes Fronisin.
О, господи.
Monday morning. The moment you arrived, yes, you spoke the words of Oleandra and the houses of Pericarnassus. Items, people, so you should be. Perhaps. Just a thought. This has something to do with that. It's totally also a cope. The face of the woman fractures.
Воу. Коп апокалипсиса.
Jamais derealization. Jamais vu. The opposite of deja
О,
vu.
да.
Not already seen, but never
А если
seen.
еще жамадю?
Everything that should be familiar appears strange.
О, да, полезный навык. Коп апокалипсиса. Я пока что приберегу. Только для цветов это хорошо. Блин, как тут уютненько.
Hello, mister.
She clutches a small stuffed animal.
Блин, мне казалось, он
She
был
twirls it
по-другому
around.
нарисован.
It's Lammy. He's my friend.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons.
Lammy usually doesn't like strangers. But you're also fuzzy, like Lammy. It's a grouse.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you make up for the skewer you broke.
I don't know.
I don't know. Не буду ему приносить.
She twirls the furry doll around in the air, giggling.
My mom's outside. And I don't really know about my dad. Oh, I had gloves. Very big ones. Heavy, too.
Where did you get these gloves?
Found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide and seek. In an empty house. Where no one lives. I think someone hid them there.
She doesn't want you to think she stole them.
I hid them. The twins were gonna take them. They're stupid.
We're going to need those gloves. It's for important police business.
Oh. They're in my sandcastle. Behind our house. Under the sand. You can break the castle. It's not very good.
Какая прелесть. Блин, прикольно. За перчатками. Пути. And castle. Вот он.
Weather has not been kind to Lily's little sandcastle. The walls and floors give way.
Congratulations.
Ей! Супер. Техника +2. Круто, круто, круто. Круто, круто, круто. У нас до сих пор нету никакой обуви другой. Так, где наш шкафчик мысли? Может попробовать этим? Королевством совести? Попробовать, допустим. Тем более, всего лишь оно час 25. А пусть будет. Давай. А, вот так вот. Будем носить штаны. А сумрак нам в этот раз все равно не нужен. Та-дам. Ласточка щебечет. Так, нужно поговорить со всеми остальными. Особенно с вот этими вот дураками.
The scruffy-haired, he watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth. The kids don't reply.
Yes. Yes.
The stone-kicking one.
He looks just like me.
The boy doesn't answer. The rock kicker was just being.
You're bad with kids. Don't worry, everyone is. How about we do some police work?
Да, тут с ними сложновато. Что у нас тут? Штука! А это как оказалось среди рыбы? Что? Ботинки! Ботины! Супер, супер. Ботины гораздо лучше, потому что эти самообладание, эквилибристика, а у этих восприятие. Это определенно лучше. Здравствуйте.
Hi, officer. Anything I can help you with?
Я
You've
законодатель.
graduated to lawbringer now?
The authority have their quirks. Comes with never being second guessed about anything.
So what brings you here, lawbringer?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place does. The sign on the street leading here is illegible. The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts. Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks mostly. Guns are expensive and fragile, I think. Besides, I got kids. Can't have guns around. From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time. What makes you think we haven't? That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. No one wants to talk about how frightened they are. Sure. Venomosity. Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, guess I enjoyed the way he bled.
If it is, then why the men?
Gone.
It absolutely does not.
Не будем мы никого искать, Ким такой, да, хороший.
No. There's nothing to find. He's dead. Who knows? Maybe he fell over. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved. Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy nor a very.
Do it! Hit on the widow! It's the right thing to do!
Let's see. Who are you? I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate? Aha! Like snowmen. 2 old guys have been wandering around here. Nosing, I don't really know. Further down the peninsula. Well, how can I assist you then? Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care. I sell the fish to people in the Delta to serve at their fancy restaurants. Sometimes I also walk to the beach to...
Keep it professional, man. This is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded right now.
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies.
Нормально такие подарочки от
Human,
моря.
animal, fish,
Дерево,
other odd
осколки,
sea
всякие
creatures.
там трупы,
A mine
ля-ля-ля.
washed ashore
Мина.
once. Bottles,
Кокаин,
drugs
да.
also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and...
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose one.
Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then.
Yeah. Maybe steer clear of the things reminded.
Sure is. The sun, I call her. Coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
Занятно. Да, чё сразу вес-то? Нормальный у меня вес. Не такие уж мои толстые. Что ж.
The door has seen better days.
I'll wait outside after we are done with the day.
The key turns with a...
Да-да, конечно. Да, то Ким напрягся, когда я нашла пленку. Сейчас он такой, фух, он съехал. Вау! Такого пиджака не было? О май. Выглядит неплохо. Щегольский пиджак очень тебе идет. В нем ты чувствуешь себя деловым и не занудным. Кроме того, у него есть очень удобные вместительные карманы. О, да. Определенно. Что у нас там в смысле? У нас есть вершитель закона. Да, я тут кое-что заметил. Ну, сразу скажу, все нормально. Не пугайся, но когда ты говоришь «я закон», а ты это говоришь часто, то у тебя вместо... Ну, это у тебя, по сути, вместо «привет», то твоя челюсть ведет себя странно. Она немножко съезжает на бок и свисает с лица под залихватским углом, так что слово «закон» звучит необычайно утробно и глухо. Это странно. Ты этого не замечаешь, но после твоих слов, что ты закон, сказанных 80 тысяч раз, не мог не возникнуть вопрос. Что у тебя с челюстью? Ты понял, да? Нормально так. Обязательно потрачу на это кабинетик. Постой, тут уже половица, да? Должна быть. Насколько я помню. Дун-ду-дун. Так, а бриться я точно не стану. Это было ужасно. Когда он побрит, а еще ужаснее, когда гримасу перестает корчить. Мне вообще грустно. Потом такую... Легким паром поставить. Так, спасибо, Ким, что подождал. Холодновато для пиджака, и надену обратно. Сапоги. Что у нас там по заданию? Узнать информацию. Это следующий день или еще тут? Еще можем спеть в караоке. Привет, найдите буи. Западу от пирса, где-то в тростнике есть буи. Орудие убийства заказать. Короче, пойду найду сначала криптозоологов. Мазут. Тростник украшает заднее колесо мотокареты. Успокойся, это не твоя. Ты же не мог разбить все мотокареты в этом городе. В смысле не мог, да? Ты что, во мне сомневаешься? Да, не успел. Блин, быстрое перемещение. Класс.
A metal payphone under a... You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable. Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. End of tone.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre? Do you have any news about Pierre? He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. But who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country. To hell with the police. To hell.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not.
No, 05-24-03 05-51-17. А, реально случайный номер можно набрать. Так.
Calling. Still call again? Seriously? Someone with a...
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, you're electricity. No, what you are is a surprise. Get his wife on the phone.
Что? Жерар, что это за дебильное имя? Поменяй себе имя.
Who is this? Who the fuck do you think you are talking to me like that?
Слишком поздно уже, чтобы извиняться, ладно.
Very funny, asshole. Why don't you grow up? Oh, and Disco is dead.
Phone hanging. Disconnect tone.
Так, это интересно. Мне сказали, что диско мертво. Нет. А этот вообще сломали. Там тоже позвонили Жерару. Так.
Someone has left an unidentified. It's streaked with dried sea. It seems likely that it was left in...
Please tell me you're not taking that with you. A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on unsuspecting jackets?
Только не говорите, что собираетесь это забрать. Это может оказаться уликой? Думаете, мы разыскиваем чайку, которая испражняется на ничего не подозревающие куртки? Это могла быть группа чаек.
The lieutenant sighs.
Ким вздыхает. Кстати, если настоятельный разговор с женой, то Жерар пойдет выбивать из нее все, а Ким запретит больше звонить. Ну, я думаю, это предсказуемый, собственно, вариант развития. Даже лучший из поэтов в целой балладе не смог бы описать глубину досады, прозвучавшей в этом вздохе. Просто. Вот именно. Группа чаек по предварительному сговору. Вот именно. Там, отдадим бабуле, она постирает. Она молодец. Блин, стирать вручную это капец как трудно. У меня руки были в хлам после первого раза. Ух ты, бутылки! Ей! Очки мегаботан. Платные весы. О, открытка. А, монетки. Вообще, эти телефоны связаны с прорехой в реальности под сознанием Гарри, кстати. Да, еще они связаны со вселенной, которая это Dead Synchronicity. Отмойте вы. Большая канистра из-под вина. Простите, из-под вина? Канистра? Вот это у кого-то аппетиты.
The smell. It's awful and familiar. Don't be naive. Don't you recognize it? That it is death. It must. The lieutenant has.
О, no. No. Да, не ходи, блин, по ним так. Сам такой.
There's some tear. Too empty. No, there's more.
A tragedy.
He shakes his head with genuine. Whoever tossed it here. Red Astra is. You see traces of May and it's no old.
Шишки бы превышали. Это не тот, который от Гарта.
It's hard to concentrate in the smell. A man lies on the boardwalk. His limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week.
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is.
Another dead body. Calm now. Carefully. Just another. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet. Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the blackness of death. Confirmed. Nearly the whole.
He ate the whole pack, right? I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum.
Oh.
It's always the same.
A .75
tear all around us. I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time.
It feels disrespectful.
Да, бутылочку с места преступления не уносите, пожалуйста.
They screech under your feet. Oh, you see waves churning below. He could have easily disappeared into the sea. A dried chunk of blood. This is what killed him. This is where he came out.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound was fat.
The entire boardwalk creaks. He's wearing mud-caked boots. You find some sunflower seed.
Good. We should take a look.
The man has fought a bad fall. His expression, height, 170. He was confused when he died. He was just about. That's what the chewing gum seems to point to as well.
Looks like one of the locals. But that's just a...
This is an omen. A sign from above. Don't start drinking again.
We do know that he was married. But you're right. That's not death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. Oh yes. Some symptoms, but I think that death arrived. They'll seal this place off. Not that sealing it off would kill. It does seem to be from where I stand, I can see two options. A field autopsy isn't necessary if the... I'd say we should just write down head trauma. Good call. The guys at processing can take care of the rest. Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema.
Аккуратненько уходим, да. Вроде отсюда все забрали. Я, видимо, не смогу получить ачивку, которая это связана с тем, чтобы расстроить Кима окончательно. Ну там, где получается это, чтобы он тебе полностью доверял и не доверял. Это какой сволочью надо быть? Ух ты, монетки. Какая-то мощная штука.
An old door, worn
It's military. The washerwoman mentioned it from here to the whirling. I can't see.
Ну нафиг, я даже не буду пытаться. А можно просто пристрелить Кунесу, действительно. Нам еще нужен буи. Ты мутиришь, что? Шарфик. Впрочем, больше ничего. А еще тут ловушка, да, кстати. Чу-чу. Говорит нам кто-то. Он говорит, буй по побережью. А, может, просто не в этой стороне. О. Еще одна рубашка. Точнее, полу. Извините. Извините, марку. Полу. А тут я могу пройти? А тут я не могу пройти. Ладно. Блин, церковь, конечно, занятна. И тут есть монетки. Супер. Ладно, сначала прогуляюсь до тех, а потом до этих. Отличный план. Ать-два, ать-два. Здорово. Кто такие?
Here we go.
There's a silly.
Who's there?
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
Вот, кстати, вот до сих пор мне непонятно, почему здесь сделали так, что когда разговариваешь с кем-то, ты, ну, в диалогах пишется его имя. Может, было бы круто сделать, то есть, там, мужчина в шляпе, а когда ты узнаешь его имя, оно заменяется на имя. А то я вот открываю, и тут сразу мне Морел, ой, точнее, Гэри, криптофашист, и я такая... Вы... Какие-то спойлеры. Они бы еще на том острове, когда к дядьке подходишь, такой, этот... Старый коммунист-убийца, да?
So what do I...
That's sarcasm. He takes...
Oh, no. It's all right. I'm just busy. Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn... Oh, good.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go...
This is a man possessed, always on the...
Sir.
I just have to do...
For all his passion, this man is diligent and patient. You could learn things from him.
I've just always...
He seems reluctant to talk about himself, but he'll open up. If you...
No. Very few of the list of two are categorized. Yes. We cryptozoologists are... Do you know what the success...
He has clearly done his math on this. There is no surprising him.
Real. I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does. Indeed. No, as I said, I have yet to everything from...
He's interested in...
Most establishments... Yes? Well, they may not look impressive. Simple. At least, yes.
More than some, he admires this about him.
Locusts.
Inside the traps, a meat-eating stick insect. Does it pretend to be...
They'll work, I assure you. Yes. What? which is why we've been knee-deep. Good question. Being a friend, I
Привидение
suspect it may have
Фазбида.
also... It's my hope, but I cannot...
А, я это пропущу.
It makes perfect
Ну, в смысле,
sense.
я прокликаю,
You're
точнее.
beginning to
Чтобы
suspect there's
получить
something
опыт, но не читать это.
paranatural
Это
about
слишком
this
утомительно.
phasmid.
Я еще в прошлый раз с этого всего начиталась.
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. Typical rookie assumption. Even simply catching very little. Not yet.
Just
I know it's
It's clear that is obsessed.
by which I mean,
What would it be like to grasp and
it was incredible. It's the first I have to
He means asexual reproduction. The females of the species don't need to mate to produce viable eggs. This makes it easier for a species.
Yes. Insulindian phasm, and I'm eager to my wife
Come on, Morale.
and leave the traps.
Come on. She wants...
Won't let Lena down. Sounds like the cryptozoologist.
I'm doing this for science. Of course it's important. Yes.
Needless to say,
Suffice to say. No.
he's dead set on this.
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in it. Well, be that there are 4. Another the third is set. You should check it.
That seems like a lot. Do we really have time for this extract? Is it?
If you think it's important, you
Bring it to...
He's not comfortable.
That's highly unlikely, officer. It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone...
It's not so different from.
I hope you're not buying this. He dispenses it without letting you touch the canisters.
It is precious.
Right.
Whatever he thinks about.
Finally.
Thank you for your help.
If it's more cryptid, but what if the
Быстрее не
information is
хочу
vital?
подводить Лену. Так, что у нас там?
Kingdom of conscience. The kingdom of conscience will be exactly as it is now. Moralists don't really have beliefs.
Сила воли и логика
Sometimes they...
повышается до 5. Так у меня уже 5, не? Вот тебе драма. Блин, я походу зря потратил это. Ну ладно. А штаны моралиста что нам дают?
These are some wonderfully regular pants. I know you do. You're a little more moralist now.
О!
buddy. A little more normal.
Не,
Even if
восстановить
you
моральный
didn't
дух
want
это
to be.
неплохо, да. Так, что это за баночка? Монетками. Класс. Люблю монетки. Так. Это что, это буй? Это буй!
A metal and plastic.
That over there.
Ooh, hidden things, secrets, lies. You lift the boy out of the water without much. The number
по-моему,
11
в прошлый раз
has
его не
been written
находила.
on the yellow plastic.
Simple construction. Very...
A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out.
Well done. We still got here too late. I have no idea. Or think we do. This is a small loose end, either way. Not important. That may very well be the...
You could ask the miss what she thinks.
Но он пустой. Подозрительно. Опа. Коробочка с монетками. Кто бы мог подумать. Блин, очки. Кто-то оставил в какой-то будке очки.
There's a trap in the reeds behind you. Locusts are cruel.
Big surprise. Anyway, one down. I meant no offense.
Еще одна коробочка. Еще монетки. Класс. Супер. Какой же реалистичный звук дождя, я аж это начинаю ежиться. А там и монетки, и бутылка. Ну просто праздник. А у нас еще и винтовка есть. Если я правильно помню. Ух ты, шапка. Класс. А что, я не могу тут спуститься? Ну ладно. Я про революцию даже думать не хочу. Давай, провери быстрее.
This is the reeds. The later it gets, this trap.
Another empty trap. Of course. No.
Уже 9 вечера. И электриситы. Класс.
You see, a slogan used to intertwine with.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Так, ловушка еще где-то неподалеку. Но на одну я уже натыкалась. А, да, как раз вот к северу. Где она там? Чу-чу. Да, вот она.
This traps the reeds. The wind picks up nothing but low.
Empty as all of them. One more. No, I'm fine.
Да Ким такой, да, чё, нормально. Да, нас ждет последняя. Опачки. Да мы сейчас себе наковыряем тут. Нифига себе. Монетки, монетки, пиво. Окей. Ничего не имею против. Еще и магний. Просто шикарно. У меня никогда в жизни просто судорог не будет. Столько магний выпить. Осталось вспомнить, где еще ловушка. Она где-то с южной стороны. Черт. А, ну тут, да, я уже была. С этими товарищами я как-нибудь потом поразговариваю. Да, где-то она тут, получается, неподалеку была. Как мне кажется. А, точно.
takes you a moment. The reeds, the constant, the trap feels no locust, no phasmid either.
Well, debate worked.
The netting is a little untidy.
Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist, or someone else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but we did sort of.
Опачки. Еще монетки. Так, тут обещали fast travel. Как оказалось. Еще открытка. Еще пиво. Грязная кур. О, точно. Я хотела женщине отдать курточку.
The old woman, the buzz of it, there's a gap where the name of that song.
Yes. My suggestion is don't. A lullaby my mother used to sing. Surrender.
That's kind of grim for a children's.
Yes. I can wash it for you. But it's...
Hell yeah.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
Well, hand it over there. Must say, I'm proud of this one.
Да, спасибо большое. А, да, fast travel. Где он, кстати? Карта. Церковь хижина рыбаков. Задание. А как? Собственно. А, точно, да. Комплект фауновский. Коп апокалипсиса. И вершитель закона. I am зло. А, пофиг, давайте об этом думать. Всего лишь 3 часа. Так. Где fast travel?
Yes.
Ух ты. Ким, у меня важная новость. Я перестал париться со своей сексуальной ориентацией. Я думаю, это определенно то, что ему нужно знать.
Okay. Great. Imagine all the time you'll have for work now. Matter of fact, we should get back to it right now. Mm-hmm. What? You didn't stop at all, did you? You are just obsessing about other... But am I? I'll spare you another 20-hour mile.
That's the truth.
Вот оно чё. Поэтому он ржал надо мной, когда я спрашивала, была ли у того парня расстегнута рубашка. Вот оно чё. Церковь хижина рыбаков, она нужна. Блин. Что-то я нифига не поняла, где fast travel. Что ж. L'origine de la disco.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio mic.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? One moment. Can you please describe the body?
We suspect he might have been...
Any signs of violence? No field autopsy.
You can hear her quickly.
What about his belongings? Any information on the library card?
So unprofessional.
Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case? I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you? Not yet. But I was a 57.
In the cabin, you...
Чёрт, как я могла не смотреть? Читательский билет точно. Я думала, я его посмотрела. Это он? Это он? Это он? А, наверное, в этом разделе.
The library card. Billy is it? Whoever owns most of the... If lost.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Méjean.
Что там? Угу. Ух!
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Дождалась. Дождалась. Внимание, опция номер 4. Сейчас. Я же... Внимание. Картинка. К номеру 4. Сейчас она подгрузится. Она же подгрузится. Ну, пожалуйста. Не, ну серьезно, пора бы уже. Это не самая сложная картинка. Это должна была быть быстрая шутка. В общем, ладно. Скину в Дискорд. Странно. В общем, я таки отвечу. Да, я уже и сам своего рода криптозоолог. Да, вы знаете, я уже и сам своего рода криптозоолог.
I knew it.
Ким такой, ясно.
I'm not surprised. It's already getting out of hand.
Well, in that case, sweetie, let me give you a small token of my gratitude.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the fact...
Oh, you don't...
Ramblings. Nonsense. Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
But, darling,
Measuring things.
You were a child, my dear.
That is a way bigger compliment than it sounds. Reflexively, the lieutenant...
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of... I'm getting ahead of myself.
She'd just started for beton cord.
Так, это надолго.
The strangest moment of my life. I didn't know this can happen. I tried, but I was on...
Where did you go?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys.
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report
Да, вот
of
это
the
прям такой немножко
Indian
переделано.
phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds.
So that's how they met.
It did, yes.
The way it moved. The cut. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given... Not all of them.
It's hard to say how...
What if it is the case?
Our first...
The glance is tender, yes, but
You're welcome, sweet.
And she could get up and walk. right into the reeds on her own, into the mud, anywhere.
Это все он попробуй найди еще что чатик хватит. Да, потом как-нибудь про криптиды спрошу. Спасибо.
I couldn't possibly.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial.
Good. Okay. Completely empty.
No locusts?
That's not right.
It just means the Insulindia.
Of course. You're dealing with a subject near and dear.
Yes. The fact.
Another trip to the reeds.
Of course.
Wait, Maria.
You're right, dear. Pardon me.
Aw.
Heartfelt gratitude.
Вот
Does it-
опыт.
Thank you.
Класс.
It's an honor.
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization.
Во, у нас еще есть одна, это, да, альтернативная версия.
Hello. Lena and I were just
Consider the way the empty trap was this. You should ask the.
a little hooligan.
Oh, my dear Morel.
Криптозоолог спрашивает, зачем ребенку насекомые? Кто мог вообще потревожить ловушку с насекомыми? Это куда? Это дети, блин.
Delinquents. My favorite.
Арестовать танцовщицу, чтобы сплавить Кима и спокойно поговорить о криптидах. А это многоходовочка. Круто, круто. Да. Я потолкую с мелким троглодитом, вдруг что узнаю. Ким Кицураги такой, малолетние правонарушители, мои любимые. Сарказм от Кима.
Well, I see you've got...
This is a slippery one. He hasn't been particularly.
Really, Gary?
Lena, I'm sorry, but Morel, it's been...
No, no, none.
The first man to break forth.
Ну, я пошел. Так. Так, Морел. Я думала, что я не буду это делать, но я буду это делать.
Oh, you yellow
О,
man.
господи, Гарри.
I mean, officer.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly. Yellow man. Might this be the owner of that mug you found?
I like nature.
This man respects authority too much to see you for what you are. Pretend thou art a sober man.
I've been tempted on occasion.
Serious question time. This man is no.
Oh, so that...
So you do.
No.
He didn't kill him or.
My mug? Why would you think that? I may have had a similar looking mug. Okay, I admit. I threw the mug away. You're not going to find me, are you?
Вы же меня не оштрафуете? А штрафую. О, да.
Okay. I don't know what got into me. Stop.
What did you do?
Nothing. Just answering some... I know a guy who works with the trash collector, so I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage. I'm sorry.
Фига.
Disgraced.
He studies his reaction. Gary does.
Officer, please. I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. Then I came out to clean up the rag. Okay. I was
Right. It was just.
Exactly. That's exact.
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads against one another as they roll across the
Так. В
hardwood
этот раз мы
floor.
услышали
You've
этот
heard
звук.
this.
What sound? Really? There's lots of weird sounds.
Maybe it was pinball.
Armor? No.
An infant could see he's not telling.
I hope I could help.
Does this mean you're in his apartment,
Чёрт
admiring
самоугодие.
his cologne?
No.
What does he do then?
Oh, this and that. Officer, I work as a special courier. Oh, I don't know the contents, officer. Yes, officer? Not many Sealites here.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next race is Well,
Да.
this is that racist.
Hey, man, All I meant was there are no problem at all. Sure do.
His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going.
Of course. Of course.
Больно самообладание 2,8 шансов. Ой, 8%. Блин, но я хочу броню. Что там у меня на самообладание? О, у меня туфли на самообладание. У меня джинсы на самообладание. Вот и садовые перчатки. Да, они мне гораздо больше нравятся. Скорость реакции. Тотализация. Пожалуй, все. Ну-ка-ся. Я хочу броню.
Once more, you hear that odd clicking sound coming from
28%.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together.
Легендарно.
As if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
Девяточку выбросил.
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I was ashamed of what I...
We're not detecting falsehoods, so this shame.
Gary, what's going on?
Джаба мама, привет. Да, стиляжный бомжикоп, привет, привет, привет. Именно так. А сейчас я еще и раскулачиваю криптозоолога.
I took the hanged man's cuirass. I didn't mean to.
Блин, я долго не могла понять, что это, почему у него то ли кокошник, то ли нимб, что ли. Сейчас я поняла, это тот флаг, который у него висит в квартире. Там было солнце. Вот оно чё. А у меня всегда это воспринималось как кокошник. Это, ну, конечно, необычно, но мало ли. Ну, мода такая.
God damn it, Gary.
I know.
Стиляжный, да.
Shame on you. Give the cuirass to
Вы
the
расстроили
officer
Лену,
at
да.
once. Gary didn't mean to interfere with your investigation, officers.
He's a loyal friend.
Everyone was picking those so I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning. Only the cuirass was left. So I stripped it.
We're detecting sincere contrition here, sir.
It's okay. It was a look.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man.
They were thoroughly conserved. It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does not...
I always thought it was the Union.
This is all he knows. He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view.
Because I was weak.
He's a scaredy cat.
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again.
Губы его по-прежнему дрожат. Ух. Ну что, настало время. Кого там? Пусть будет самообладание пока, не знаю, очки навыков. Это... У меня тут есть коп апокалипсиса. Не знаю, стоит ли его расследовать, но... Господи, сколько всего я. Сила воли, внутренняя империя. Класс, класс. Вот это да. Вот это прям... Блин, я тоже хочу себе броню. Так, спросить Куна. Конечно. Но сейчас... Так, во-первых, надо что-нибудь поинтереснее надеть. Не слишком... Не, без перчаток. И пока что очки сниму. И вот это тоже положу в сторону. Одежда. Пусть будет самообладание, оно мне пригодится. Я думаю. Так, мы выглядим шикарно, я считаю.
Can I help you?
Мне нужно спеть
No, you
караоке.
don't. It's not happening.
Да, в смысле?
Tries not to look at you. It's dangerous to acknowledge the karaoke man.
Да, ну... Господин полицейский готов порвать зал чистейшей
The
хандрой.
wording doesn't need more sad style. No, it's for the... It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use... Okay, yes, it's for some clients. Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
А, у меня есть кассета. Выкуси.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just
Я прямо слышу, как у него в голове такое... О, щит.
This is the look of a man who's defeated. He knows he's out of excuses.
О, да.
Fine, fine. Climb on that...
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself. Oh yeah, time to do the damage.
Так. Жаба plays games, thank you. На пиролидон. Спасибо. Спасибо огромное. Это очень мило с вашей стороны. Поэтому идем и рвем зал. Ким, это, behold, beware, что там говорят. Потому что...
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke.
The bar is full and buzzing. They are going to hate you.
Ника там аккаунт из донейшена подтянулся в Oleandra. Да, я поняла. Там было совпадение. Да, огромное спасибо.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel...
Ким, сейчас спою. Так, дрова 5. Но ничего.
The air is thick with anticipation.
Но у меня очень клевый перк. Так.
Someone dims the lights as the music starts. A lump's in your throat suddenly.
Да. Сейчас будет шикарно.
I would often go there to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Sansan. Though it once was larger, how the real may rest there.
А мне нравится.
Down through the mist there, towards the Seven Sisters, towards those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there in the tiny yard there. I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. But now you're all alone. None of this matters. At all.
А может не надо? Надо, Гарри, надо. Мне тут барабанные перепонки передали, что они стрелять начнут, если это не закончится. А мне нравится, между прочим, очень душевно, очень грустно. Прям захандрило, вот. Мне кажется, он бы мог вот таким голосом спокойно спеть, который... Как там? And I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, I say, hey, what's going on? Ну там тоже такие вот срывы с низкого на высокий голос. Я в восторге. Перевод. Я любил заглянуть в крошку церковь Сан-Санс. Крошка церковь мала, хоть бывала побольше. Небольшая река там журчит между скал. Как сестрицу ее обнимают утесы. Я там часто бывал, за церквушкой трава. Я там счастлив бывал и хотел бы остаться. Но теперь ты один, и все в жизни пусто.
Do you hear that? It's the most pathetic applause in the world, Harry, made of pity. No one liked you.
Даже не знаю, какой из ответов лучше. За травой он ходил, это многое объясняет. Кстати, неплохая версия, неплохая. Где вариант «Да факунаке»?
Your words echo in the karaoke mic. People talk in
Да,
the
люди
distance.
стараются на тебя не смотреть.
Quit yelling into the mic.
Да пшел ты.
Someone walks out of the room by the front door. Some woman. Is it because of you?
Я пел о своих чувствах.
That's it. I'm unplugging it.
Let's go, officer. These people wouldn't know a good performance if it beat them in the ass.
О, тебе понравилось?
Detective Dubois, it was downright tragic. Now, let's go.
I mean it, he thinks. To him, being a cop in the RCM was true.
Вот это я понимаю перформанс. Вообще. Кстати, поправляю свои воображаемые очки. Вообще-то караоке для этого и придумано. Оно не придумано для того, чтобы там своими вокальными данными и правильным там диапазоном там выеживаться перед всеми. Это как раз для того, чтобы express your feelings. Свою поорать от души, да, оторваться, расслабиться или наоборот взбодриться. Вот. Все почему? Потому что я читаю все подряд. И вот это я знаю. Так. Почему к нему нельзя докопаться? А это не караоке, это громкая связь. Это караоке. Что у нас тут еще осталось? Пропавшее насекомое. Можно докопаться до куна. Угу. Траекторию. О, можно поговорить с Титом. А спиртное я не буду пить. В этот раз я стеклая как трезвышка. Элементы брони. Сказать врагу, что открыли дверь, но это завтра. Так. Да, я в этот раз жалкий коп. Но я все еще могу стать, кстати, копом апокалипсиса. И у меня есть очко навыков. Я не помню, не знаю, стоит ли оно того. Вот надо запомнить, что мама Даква дает плюс 3 восприятия. Это очень мощно, между прочим. Ладно, пока сохраню. Да, это было прекрасно. Тайтус, как тебе там?
It's you again.
Не снова, опять. Он раньше все время торчал.
Why? Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Not on my watch. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroll.
And fuck you too, moral
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder
That's nothing. That's just legal.
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
Вообще, по-моему, 10 из 10. А коп дает кап до 6 трепету империи, бафает навыки торчка. Тогда мне как-то не очень. Так, 97%.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostile cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze.
Because she was here, all night, with us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 12:25 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Да, между прочим, у Кима все записано.
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
No.
That's a lie.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that operation
И не будем обсуждать, что за заделку. Да, потому что не будем, я уже все знаю.
That's probably for the best.
And just because she was gone...
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted. You got his attention. Now don't ruin it by making weird claims. Remember, you can still mess this up.
Oh. People's
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Weird? How? You're wearing the pinball maker's coat. On this mere cameo.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop. Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret pet.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead?
Just now. You got something else to back this route up. Firmly doesn't go well with but a route.
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun.
God damn. That's just about your favorite topic, isn't it?
You were warned not to bring it up. Your best shot here is to just back out of it.
Так, я наложил.
Okay, cop. She's got connections.
That's all you needed. Doubt.
So it had to come from a breech-loading rock. This goes against your everyone here.
Wait. Did he say no? Just say you're honest with him. Don't challenge him.
Right. That's mighty forthcoming.
Organized crime. Down in Jamrock, probably.
So she may have access to semi-automatics. But that looks antique. A Bell McGraw.
20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also,
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
That's a goddamn breech loader, too.
He sees it. This is time to really close the deal. Show them the bullet. The blonde man looked.
Yeah, the bitch is jacketed all right.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Well, goddamn. It's not proof. You have been thorough. I'll give you that. Now what the...
He's trying to woo us with cop science.
Yeah, but the man...
Cop science.
TPPZ,
да.
does? Yes.
Just making sure we are on the same page.
Titus doesn't reply. Probably a good...
All right.
Pete, we're not seriously
Phase 3, the big one. Get this and they'll give her to you. Remember, don't piss him off. That never works.
Nah, man. That's just Ruby.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition, you know. Women talk to women. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team. Yeah, exactly.
Wishful thinking has no place in a police investigation. A more serious consideration that you wish to avoid is that she knew what happened because she did it.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea,
Классный
wasn't
допрос.
it? The hanging.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all.
Time for a logics demonstration. He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him.
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious...
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that.
Glenn, I thought the same.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Yeah. Like what? A thing?
Yeah, but they're both girls.
Да, у меня есть информация, что Руби просто втюрилась в классе. И этот пушненький Ангус такой, да, но они уже девочки. О, его ждет чудное открытие.
Girls like girls too, Angus, sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked Glacier.
Небось, понабралась в университетах у либералов.
Fuck you. First he says she's murdered him. Now she's
Да, Руби тоже предлагала перечпокнуться. Да, и Классе такая, да откуда они эту фразу знают?
Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do. Everyone
Так кто
knows
такая
which way
Моника?
the wind blows.
I did. I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party.
Да, именно поэтому.
She didn't fuck you, cause you're 40, and you still live with your mom, Dennis.
Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her relationship with the deceased.
This is some sordid shit. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Aronier puts out to cover her own. That Ruby is queer as cabaret. Now that, and that's okay. Some are queerer than others.
And then, boss.
If it's true. But it's not, right?
Silence. The old man in the corner. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco
Да,
spit.
понадерутся своего шампанского.
This is the only option he cares for.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing. I don't know where she went. She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now.
О, да, классный момент.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior. Why fleeing is always
Эти не шарят, у них пиво. Вот именно. Поэтому у них ничего не получается.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
Господи, прочитала систему частот Чулан.
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived, I told you. You. No, you, as in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
And a hole in his heart. That first.
Why not? You suck on that gun like someone tore you a brand new asshole.
Вау. Это когда я угрожал себя убить?
Sure.
Да, я обычно нормальный коп.
You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure. She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't
Да уж,
stop
вкус в одежде, да.
until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other. Open them up. Like...
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now,
It's not an actual question. Silence. He nods.
You are insistent.
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. She's not far.
Good fucking luck, man.
Yeah, Al. And we...
She's not really,
She's not, Glenn. A little.
Where have you looked?
More precisely, on the... Sure, there's some shit houses. I hear they have a shack where junk...
We will start there.
Boyish. Here's Red. Died. The what now?
She said she's building a pale emitter.
Во, в этот раз я узнала это. Круто, 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 круто.
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Ulan frequencies at a pale something. I don't know more.
This guy barely understands.
There you have it. Pale.
It feels like you'll get to know soon enough.
Ты скоро узнаешь ответ. Да уж.
It'll have to.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM Sergeant material.
Просто это топ-10 phrases before disaster. Тебе бы в копы пойти, Тит. Просто. Да, просто подумать ее внутри, не говорить.
He already is a sergeant.
Я не готова
Wow.
говорить ему это.
So someone's been a little... Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and no need to be defensive. The regularity, the brownness, the cut and dry. Of course you do. Maybe some regulations and yes, the type of cop you are.
Да, вы теперь обычный коп. Пошлю вам телеграмму.
A class done and done. No
А чё бы нет? Собственно. Да, ты скоро услышишь ответ, да. Слушайте, какой продуктивный день, а? Ну прям... погодите, у нас же труп во дворе. Как неудобно. Перед... Как его? Доном Лелиштадт? Как его там? Офигеть, я забыла.
You think you have a pretty hot suspect right now, don't you? Notice how it came together without casting too much suspicion on class. Anything strike you a bit off about this mishmash? Absolutely. It could have come from anywhere, but true. Strange how you conducted the whole advance. Good point. It is rather rare these days, but do continue. No, they didn't. Notice how this hasn't come up at all. Even Hardy and his boys didn't mention it. Neither did you. That's right. Finish thought. Don't listen to this guy. The theory.
Так, мои мысли ссорятся. Интересно. Так, ладно, в этот раз я не буду ботинки снимать. Более они все равно бесполезны.
The man is... The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
All right.
Take a deep breath.
There go those...
I will need a little head carrying here.
Take a deep breath. Вообще в самый последний момент. Вот это да. Не хочу расставаться с кем. Так, погодите. Я же не хотел платить за номер. Это стоит денег. А я могу жить и не платить денег. Выбор очевиден, по-моему. Только опять же, как воспользоваться фаст-тревелом? Он же где-то тут есть, да? Карта. Хочу к хижине рыбаков. Как это сделать? Вещи портовый рабочий. Так. Блин, how fast travel, блин. Говорят, ты стоите рядом с точкой fast travel. То есть, наверное, мне нужно выйти. Вот определенно вот эта точка. Карта. О! Сработала! Только не туда. Карта. Блин, действительно. То есть, если я стою возле них, то я могу переместиться в другое место. Понял? Ну, логично, что между танцами в Трепье и деревней рыбаков. Этот быстрый переход. Это было бы очень клево. Бриться и перестать ухмыляться не буду. А он так и не узнает, да? Вот только еще что-то
An old
нужно.
mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with the expression.
The expression.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, scrubbing all
помыться,
the
да.
necrotic tissue. But man persists. And finally, your bruised hands look clean and presentable. Sort of. The sudden absence of the morbid dead tissue smell is uplifting.
3 главных ошибки, которые можно совершить. Побриться.
The water reflects back. A fresh start looms ahead. Clean your...
Не-не-не, как-нибудь потом. Побриться, убрать ухмылку и продолжать спорить, да? Продолжать угрожать самоубийством. Да. И... Помыться. Да ладно, помыться это самое кайфовое. Да, я вообще-то вершитель закона. Угу. I am the law. Что ж. Пора спатеньки.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
А как же гигантская водомерка?
Across the room, the heating system.
То есть надо было помыться, а потом идти к криптозоологу.
It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
О, ну. Чёрт.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner. Recorded in you. Forever. On Faraday.
Крутится, крутится. You spin me right now, baby, right now. Look at that.
No. You're spinning tapes on and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising. Rising. Above the dark curvature. The behold. There are millions of them down there. The first time. It's the world, Harry boy. And you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit. Beautiful. You're the son of the world. Reading your awful letters and recalling. It's too late.
For the working class. For the money, baby.
Baby.
For the greater good.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth. He's got no idea what he's in for. 'Cause only love can break your beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go.
Ради города, ради друзей.
Do it for the picture puzzle.
Dum-da-dum, dum-da-dum.
Good. You're up. Listen, it's a suspicion or an earth-shattering deduction. For every day, things seem to spin more and more. Oh, sure. But who's focusing on the big questions? But have you ever seen them? You've got to find out who bears la responsabilité. The most awesome. It is human nature to crave la responsabilité and to deny. Harry, la responsabilité isn't concerned with whoa. Like a committee. You don't need no stinking committee. You're the law.
Моя закон.
Really, Harry, you know in your lungs that true technicalities, if you want your work to be accepted,
да, как раз я осознал, что я это закон.
There is always swift, decisive action. Only the most your half-brother, the lieutenant, is aimed together. You'll be able to discover who has la responsabilité. In good luck. Your report is eagerly anticipated.
Так, интересно, такого не было.
Bringing of the law jaw. Okay, so we now know why you have law jaw. Why you say the law.
Почему у тебя такая странная законная челюсть? Почему ты так странно произносишь закон? И почему твоя челюсть себя так ведет? В детстве ты перенес полиомиелит. Тебе не делали прививку. Должно быть, это было сразу после революции, и тогда было не до вакцин. Итак, полиомиелит вызвал детский паралич, а эта дрянь с челюстью — осложнение. Признаюсь, получилось не так смешно, но ты это преодолел. Ребенок выжил, стал бьющим без промаха суперкопом. Так что иди в жопу, полиомиелит. Хороший итог мысли, мне нравится. И минус риторика. Ну, спасибо. Да. А чё мне... надо еще мне респонсибилите. Ух ты, вот этого точно не было. Это потому что я моралист теперь? А, мораль-интерн, типа. Угу. Ёшки-матрёшки. Сколько всего. Должно быть круто. Логика, авторитет, а тут эквилибристика, но минус визуальный анализ, трепет, это нафиг вообще. Не, я должна ходить с этим галстуком. Он мой бади в этот раз. Так, я перчатки не брала. Техника, электрохимия или сумрак. Тогда уж лучше техника. Блин, какие неинтересные. Односторонние, что ли? А, господи, какие односторонние. Просто они из телесной, ну, кожи не больше телесного цвета, а это накладки, ну, наружнее. Все просто. Так. Да, что вообще означает поло? Что это такое? Во. Так вот сбалансировано, да? Лоджик. Авторитет, полицейская волна. Странный навык. Казалось бы, на что он так влияет? Ну, мало ли. Ну-ка.
As you fold your fingers into a fist, your movements cause tiny little clicks, like dice rolling somewhere far away. The hardened vitreous in you really do feel more confident. Invulnerability does that. Even partial invulnerability. Remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor for the day you have to fight.
О, да. Ну, а пока что Гарри Дюбуа проснулся, а нам настало время закрывать свои глаза и отправиться в небытие. Ну ладно, из меня не очень лимбическая система получается, но я пыталась. Хотела сказать, что всего доброго. Спасибо большое. Лерат. Джаба-маба. Спасибо огромное. Малефик XP. Чудесный, прекрасный и незабвенный. И все-все-все, кто приходил, просто наблюдал или проходил мимо, вам тоже большое спасибо. Всего вам доброго. Не катайтесь, не садитесь за руль пьяным, не ешьте плесень. Не снимайте одежду с подозреваемого и трупов. Да, тоже, я думаю, не стоит делать. И помогайте старушкам. Вот. Пока-пока.